Have you ever felt like everyone's watching your every move, judging your every decision? It's a feeling we all know: the pressure to perform, to be perfect, to keep up. But here's the truth: nobody is watching you. And that's the best news you'll hear today. Let that sink in. Nobody is watching you as closely as you think. The reality? People are caught up in their own lives, their own struggles. And the moment you realize this, a massive weight is lifted off your shoulders. You can stop stressing about how you're perceived and finally start focusing on what actually matters: your growth, your peace, your journey. Psychologically speaking, it's called the spotlight effect, the tendency to believe that others are paying far more attention to us than they actually are. Studies show that people are way less focused on you than you think. In fact, they're probably not thinking about you at all. Think of it like this. Imagine you're a character in a movie, but you're the only one who knows the script. Everyone around you is just playing their role, focused on their part of the story. And you're wasting all this energy thinking the cameras are always on you, when in reality, you're just one character among millions. So here's the actionable advice. Stop trying to impress everyone. Redirect that energy inward. Focus on what you want to create, who you want to become. The world will follow. It always does. You'll find this truth exactly when you need it most: the moment you stop worrying about the audience. You'll start living for yourself. Chapter 1. The truth you need to hear. Nobody's watching you. Yeah, you heard that right. You're invisible. You post your stuff online. You share your thoughts. You push yourself, and silence. No likes, no comments, just the cold, harsh emptiness of a world that seems to have its back turned. You start doubting yourself. Am I even good enough? Is this all a waste of time? You look around and it feels like everyone else is getting noticed. They're on their path to success while you feel stuck. The truth? You're not invisible. You're just waiting for the moment when everything clicks, when the right people, at the right time, finally notice the fire that's been smoldering inside you all along. Chapter 2. A blessing in disguise. But that moment will come when you least expect it. Here's a truth you need to understand. The world isn't watching you right now, but that's not a bad thing. In fact, it's a blessing in disguise, because right now you're free. Free to focus on yourself. Free to grow, to evolve, to get better. And when the time is right, when you've put in the work, when you've learned what you need to learn, the world will suddenly wake up and realize you were always meant to be here. But how do you get there? How do you stop worrying about the attention, the validation, the approval from others, and focus on the one thing that truly matters? You start by accepting that nobody's watching. Chapter 3. The freedom of being invisible. That's the key to freedom. When you realize that, the pressure starts to fade. The worry starts to disappear. Instead of trying to please the world, you begin to please the only person who truly matters: yourself. Why do you need the world to notice you anyway? What are you really after: fame, recognition? Or do you just want to be heard, understood, valued? The truth is, the more you focus on gaining external validation, the further you move away from what really matters. Because real, lasting success doesn't come from being watched. It comes from being authentic, from being real, from doing the work that aligns with who you are. You don't need a spotlight right now. What you need is to stay consistent. What you need is to keep showing up day in, day out. Work when nobody's watching. Chapter 4. The trap of seeking validation. Now, don't get me wrong. It's natural to want to be seen, to want to be appreciated. But there's a trap in seeking approval. The more you chase the gaze of others, the more you lose sight of your true purpose. The game changes when you realize that when you stop seeking validation, you unlock a power that no one can take from you: the power of inner confidence. You start to build from the inside. And when the world finally starts to notice you, you won't be someone trying to keep up with trends, with what everyone else is doing. You'll be someone who's already ahead of the game. Someone who's built something that's solid, authentic, and real. Chapter 5. The universe is protecting you. Here's the thing. The longer you stay out of the spotlight, the more powerful you become. Every moment you spend working when nobody's watching is like planting seeds for a future that will one day bloom. It may seem slow, it may feel frustrating, but those seeds are growing. The work you're putting in now, the sweat, the hustle, the failures, they're all just part of the journey. Every time you feel like giving up, remind yourself, the right moment will find you when you least expect it. Chapter 6. Trust the process. When you stop obsessing over when the world will notice you, you'll realize that it's not about them at all. It's about your journey, your evolution, your transformation. That's what's most important. The spotlight will come later, but The process, that's where the magic happens. Remember this. Nobody's watching you because the universe is protecting you. It's giving you the space to grow without the pressure of expectations. It's allowing you to become the version of yourself that's ready for the success you're destined for. When you look back at where you are now, you'll realize that those unseen hours were the most valuable ones. They were the moments where you built the foundation for the life you want. And that foundation, built on self-trust, consistency, and effort, is something no one can take away from you. Chapter 7. The Power of Self-Trust. You see, the truth is, success isn't about being seen. It's about being prepared. And preparation takes time. It's about finding the courage to keep pushing forward even when the world doesn't acknowledge your efforts. It's about waking up every single day and doing the work even if it feels like nobody notices. So if you're sitting there right now feeling like you're stuck, like no one sees the grind you're putting in, remember this. The world doesn't need to see you yet. The world needs you to get stronger, to sharpen your skills, to get ready for when the moment comes. Because when it does, it will be the most powerful thing you've ever experienced. Chapter 8. Keep going, keep evolving. You're not invisible. You're just in the process. And when your time comes, when those seeds you planted start to grow, you'll be ready. You'll be unstoppable. So keep going, keep creating, keep improving. Because the world will find you when it's time. And when it does, you'll be exactly who you were meant to be, a force that can't be ignored. Drop a comment below with one thing you've always wanted to do but held back for fear of judgment. Then smash that subscribe button to join our community of go-getters.